Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so today before you leave, and make sure to thumbs up the video if you do like what you see, and to share on all your social media networks that you happen to be on at this time. Hello, and welcome back. Yes, I'm back in front of the camera again, my favorite place to be. I hope everybody's doing well. I know this is a chaotic and crazy time that we're in, but I hope everybody is still blessed, highly favored, and doing well. All right, so let's get right down to the meat and potatoes of it. All right, I know you guys have probably seen it, but I was watching it all yesterday, like from about maybe 8:30 p.m. to about maybe 11, a little after 11, all on the news. It was basically looters just running, looters gone wild. Okay, it was looters gone wild. They were all in my city of Chicago. They were in other cities. They were in Philly, Minneapolis, um, Calumet City. They were just in different cities, just basically being destructive, tearing things down. They were in downtown Chicago. They really did a number on downtown Chicago. They broke windows out of businesses, and went in and took as much merchandise as they could. There were ATMs stolen out of stores, and it was really crazy. It was almost surreal just kind of looking at it. Even the news anchors were saying the same thing, like, because they were out there reporting on it, and they were saying, this is unbelievable to see. They were talking about like how the looters would see them and just kind of not see them because they would just kind of run right past them as if they weren't even there, and they didn't care they were being filmed. So they were being recorded the whole time, and they were doing what they're doing. They were talking about how the looters were kind of moving about very leisurely, like they weren't in a rush. They weren't, because usually when people steal stuff, they try to hurry up and get in and out. But these people were like, no, they they weren't moved at all. Okay, like they weren't in a rush or anything like that. So yeah, they were just kind of going through, just terrorizing the neighborhood. And then you notice like this discrepancies too, that were like spoken about by the newscasters. And I was kind of thinking the same thing, and I was kind of glad they mentioned it. Like, there were different discrepancies between the different areas of the city, between the southwest and north sides. So the north side seemed to have gotten more favor as far as police is concerned. Like, the police presence was more prevalent on the north side. And I was like, okay, I'm not shocked there. That police presence was more prevalent there than it was on the south side and on the west side. So it seemed like, because it was like this shopping mall on the south side that was being torn up. Okay, do you hear me? It was being torn up. I mean, there was a lady there. She took like two mattresses out of a mattress store, a bed store, and it was just really, it was, whoa, it was insane. Like, the words you would think of is like, whoa, golly, what is happening here? And I was like, where are the cops? Like, why is it that this is being allowed to go on? You know, and there's hardly any police presence when it's needed the most. So people were just kind of going in. They were going inside the Nike store and different shoe stores over there, clothing stores, beauty supply store. They tore up the beauty supply store over there, which was black owned. So that was like really, heart wrenching, and it it was crazy, So it was just very disparaging, and I couldn't understand why they didn't send more cops over there to that area. But it was no shock, because I feel like you don't count to them anyway. Like, it isn't like you were high priority to them, So this is just another example of them showing you just how significant you are. And I feel like when it comes to somebody giving a crap about you, caring about you, changing things for you, as far as in regards to your community and things like that, you have to be the change that you want to see. You really do. You have to care first. Because if you don't care about you first, who else will? So if you don't have any regard for your own community, I mean, because you live here, so why would you tear up something, a place where you live in, and then and then why would you even expect them to come and rescue you? Nobody's gonna rescue you from you. You didn't torn down the place, so why would the cops be, thinking so quickly to come running over, to you? Okay. So, that brings me to a couple of points here. So, you know, in order to get what we need out of this, which is to get legislation changed, to not have, um, black blood, wasted again at the hands of another white cop, looting is definitely not the way to get what we want, you know. So looting is not the way to get what we want. And we have to think in terms of, especially when you're, speaking of looters, they're tearing down different, businesses, destroying different businesses, especially black owned businesses. We have to think in terms of recycling the black dollar throughout the community. That's another way to uplift your community and to rebuild your own community. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be us that's going to fix us. Okay, it's not going to be some white person, some great white hope that's going to come through the door and rescue you. Please stop looking at white people to come and save you. They're not going to save you because they don't really care anything about you anyway. So you got to stop expecting them to come and do something great for you. No, they're too busy trying to make America white again. Oh, I'm sorry, great again. So I think you need to focus on what you can do for your black people. That's how you gonna make black people great again. Well, we always been great, but we just need to kind of emphasize it more to America, emphasize it to ourselves first. We have to kind of remind ourselves of that. So first thing you need to do is think about recycling the black dollar throughout the community. So you don't want to destroy, and that just means like spending black, buying black. And why destroy the hard work of a black person, a black business owner? Think about it. Black business owners, they have it harder than other business owners sometimes when it comes to upkeep, maintenance of the business. So you don't need to be terrorizing them and tearing down their business, because that's like tearing down your own business. That's your black brother or sister, and you're hurting them. So in turn you're hurting yourself too. So you need to kind of think about that before you go and do something stupid. Okay. Now, um, also this is making us be taken less serious. So we're talking about we need change. We don't want to see us dying, another one of us dying at the hands of police brutality again. I mean, usually you're undercutting the message of your movement when you have looters running about all willy nilly. That's just going to undercut the narrative there that you're really trying to convey to the world. So it's not a good look overall. When you have the looters running about, you have like people who are like rampantly violent, for no reason, and they're just causing a distraction. So looters, I mean, if we haven't figured it out yet, they're just a bunch of thieves and criminals. And there's always a bandwagoner to ruin the movement message. It reminds me of what happened with Black Lives Matter. Now, with Black Lives Matter, when it first came out, when that movement came out, it was a great movement, but what happened was their message got muddled also. Or they started to be looked at as this black militant group because of the fact that they had, these bandwagoners, these people who were just there to cause chaos. They weren't there for any good reason or any good purpose. So that is what is happening now. Unfortunately, history is just always repeating itself. So when we gonna rewrite it, so that it doesn't keep doing the same old doggone thing? It's like we're spinning in a circle here, So that's what is happening now. Unfortunately, you got these crazy people who are running amok, and they're just taking advantage of George Floyd's death, and which is tragically inhumane. That they're doing that to him and his family. They're taking advantage of him, and then they're just taking advantage of what the movement is trying to say to the world, because they want to run and get a new TV, get a new mattress. They feel like, oh, this is a good opportunity for me to act a fool and show my black behind to the world, instead of me, jumping in and having a peaceful protest, uplifting the man's memory, and trying to get some real change going. I'm gonna act the ass, you know. It's like, what are you doing? How is that? And it's like, I guess it stems from a place of anger. And anger is a natural emotion that is expected in a time like this. So yeah, you're gonna be angry, but you have to figure out another way to channel that anger and that energy, another kind of way so that it is more constructive instead of destructive. Right now, your anger is destructive and it's hurting people instead of helping people. Because you take your anger and do, it's just energy, so you can take it and do so much with it. You don't have to let it overtake you, but right now it's in control and you're not, so you're acting an ass, you're acting a fool. So, hey, lastly, I just think we need to unify and create a strong economic base and have our own communities and our own policing, point blank and a period. I dream of a community one day where it'll be our own, just our own, and we'll have our own good schools that our children can go to if we don't decide to homeschool our children, and we'll have our own community policing base so that we don't have to worry about calling external forces to come in and help us, because they're just hurting us, clearly, right? So that's my dream. Yes, Lisa had a dream. I had a dream, that one day we're gonna be able to have our own communities, and they'll be rules set in place, they'll be in order, so we'll live by those particular rules, that are set for us, and we'll be able to look out for each other. So that's my dream. That's my 2 cents. We're gonna have each other's back. All right. Well, I would love to hear your comments. Definitely leave them below for me. I'm going to leave all the information that you need to know in the more info box below. But leave your comments below. And if you like this video, definitely share. And stay safe, guys. Stay safe. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't. Don't go outside, because not during this kind of time. Wait till all this stuff die down. Then you can go back outside. And to think, we was on the brink of reopening. Wow. Anyway. God is going to work it out. He's going to work it out. Stay prayed up, you guys. Stay safe. And I will see you later. Bye.